Hello, welcome to World Business Report. I'm Tanya Beckett. President Obama has called together key congressional leaders to come up with a deal to avoid a budget crisis. They have a deadline of Monday to avoid what's become known as the fiscal cliff. Without an agreement, a series of tax hikes and spending cuts will automatically begin and quite possibly tip America into recession. Well, we're joined now by Daniel Costello, American economics commentator and former writer for the Wall Street Journal. Welcome to the programme. So how close are we, do you think, to cutting a deal?
I'm not so sure. I mean, this morning you see stock markets in Asia and Europe up a bit. I think their expectation that Washington will come to agreement. I think that might be a bit too early. I think there's still a very clear possibility that they could allow the deadline to pass and resolve this sometime in the middle of January or even later.
Indeed. Is that not actually what equity markets are looking at? They're saying, well, look, if it's not really a cliff, it's more of a steep hill, and if we go over it, frankly, at this point, it doesn't matter too much. They'll claw it back in January.
Yeah, and some people are calling it a fiscal ledge right now, saying, you know, they'll just go over a little bit and then they could come back. There is a sense. I mean, the next Congress can come in and very likely will make those changes. But I do think that there will be some damage. Certainly the credibility of the Washington's ability to deal with some of these long-term fiscal issues will be harmed.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think that the difference is more financial, in financial terms very large, or is it more in political terms that it's very large?
I think it's both. I mean, I think right now what's going on is largely politics. Both are just trying to see who will get more blame than the other. But I do think that what this is the first of many battles to come in the next 4 years. You'll see many of these issues come back and back again around how does the U.S. government rein in its debt and deficit, and in what ways will they raise taxes, which they have to some degree, and in what ways will they reduce spending, which they have to some degree.
Other than that, the U.S. economy, the underlying performance of the U.S. economy is actually not bad. It's certainly managing to improve the jobs market, for example, and these measures taken by the central bank and the government are gaining traction.
Yeah, I mean, other than this is a very big deal. I think the U.S. economy is showing a lot of signs of strength, it's particularly in the employment market and elsewhere. But then you see the consumer confidence numbers coming out yesterday that are again at a 5-month low, largely around this uncertainty in the fiscal cliff. So this has to be resolved for the overall economy to really gain strength.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us.